5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
You are listening to The Bad Boy Radio Show with Mr. Locario and Miles Cunningham. This is that real shit, not that fake shit. The only radio show that's not afraid to tell you the truth about the game. This is The Bad Boy Radio Show. Remember, the truth is inside you.
Yo, what's poppin', people? You're tuning into The Bad Boy Show with Mr. Locario and Miles Cunningham. Miles, what's poppin'? What's going on, man?
I'm chilling, man. Just out here working, getting it popping, living my purpose.
Exactly. That's exactly how it's supposed to be. You feel me? So, listen, guys, on today's show, we're going to be talking about the dangers of believing what women tell you. Okay? So, you got to be very skeptical when you're talking to these chicks, because, they be on some shit. But before we get into that, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to get into some news. You guys are listening to The Bad Boy Show. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com. All right, we are back on The Bad Boy Show. Yeah, man. So we got some news popping. So so Miles, you sent me this shit. I was dying laughing at this stuff. So the first story we got is there's an Instagram model who she makes $1,000 a day off of these simps. Okay, so dudes is paying her mad money to to get it popping. She basically said that she got a six bedroom house, and she got a nice car, she got mad paper. She was like, I ain't got no kids. I'm doing good. Now, see, this is the thing. I applaud her for being on top of her game and doing what she needed to do to get what she's trying to get. You feel me? So I ain't got no problem with her shit. These fucking guys out here who keep tricking. It gets me. It gets me. It just fucking grinds my gears that niggas is this stupid. I'm like, what are you doing? Why? Like, why do you? I never understand. See, okay, like Miles, you sent me that video earlier with the MGTOW dude. I forgot his name, whatever. But some dude that's on YouTube. Every time I hear this guy's videos, I just be shaking my head. I'll be like, because he always talking about money, and I'm like, yo, I feel you on the money thing, because he be like, yeah, get your money up. I'm feeling him on that. But then he goes into this tangent where he talks about, yo, if you with a chick, you know what I'm saying, just slide a $100 bill and fuck her and then keep it moving. And I'm just like, why do you need to slide it $100 bill? Why don't you just fuck her? You feel what I'm saying? But it's like niggas don't want to have to do what they got to do to smash. They rather just give the money. But the thing is that my question is, why are you giving her money though? I don't understand why niggas got to give women money for what? You feel what I'm saying? And then now what you're doing is that you're fucking up her mind because you're making her feel that she's like. See, I don't want to say valuable because women are valuable, but you're giving her a false sense of value. You understand what I'm saying? So you're saying, yo, you're so extravagant, you're so wonderful that I'm willing to give you money to get what you have or to be with you, it's like the shit is ridiculous. So I'm like, yo, y'all niggas need to stop giving women money. See, you could give women money if the chick is your girl, or if a chick is a chick that been with you for a while and she been holding you down or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she did something, then you could give a chick money. But if a chick ain't do nothing, why are you giving her money? You understand? So it's like you're just giving a chick money because she's a woman. Like, that makes no fucking sense. If that's the case, you might as well just stand out on a corner and pass out $100 bills to chicks like flyers. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is the point of this shit? You feel me? This shit is bad stupid. And I'm like, come on, man. Like, if a chick been with me and we been, chilling and, we hang out and we do shit and let's say like, I take her out one time, that she takes me out, she pays for this, or, you know, we, you know, this is my girl or whatever. And then, you know, we've been together, we've been through some shit, then you could get some money. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem helping you out, giving you some money here and there. But if I just met you last week at the club and I got your number, you understand what I'm saying? And we supposed to kick it next week. Why am I giving you money? I don't even know you. You ain't do nothing to earn the money. You've done nothing. You have done shit. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I just don't get, you know, why niggas need to give chicks money. I just don't get it.
Well, yeah, well, I mean, not to justify anything, but because I don't believe in it either. Although I do believe in prostitution,
right?
Because just for the simple fact that I'm a nigga that ain't like, a lot of times I don't have time
right.
for bullshit, and you know, especially if I'm on vacation or some shit like that, I'm gonna just do what I gotta do. But it's sort of like the world we live in, John. It's sort of like the world we live in, because niggas, people in general, we don't have a lot of like social skills anymore.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right. It's crazy.
And it's like, you know, if you some people show value just by giving money, and other people show value by giving game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And truthfully, the sad part is that people, like, the more we rely on social media and all this technology and this and that, people are becoming less and less valuable.
Right.
And the less valuable people become, it's like the less they also value other people. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
Like, within the perspective, other people become less and less valuable, then it becomes all about the thing. Like, it's either about the money or the car or whatever, you know, house you live in or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
And so it's like a lot of people, they notice this shit, and it's like they're basically just giving up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're like, fuck it. If bitches respect money, then, you know, I'm a offer this bitch $100 so she can suck my dick. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's
even
crazy.
if she's not really a prostitute, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these dudes, you know, with the money, they haven't worked on their social skills. They're only working on getting money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When the truth is, think of how much more money you could get if you had social skills.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm just like, to me, I'm like, yo, you trying to tell me I worked this hard for this money, and I'm just supposed to give it to you for some pussy? Are you like, I'd rather give a chick money if she said, like, if I met a chick and she was like, yo, Mr. Locario, I'm a blog for you for a week. You understand what I'm saying? I give you some money. You feel what I mean? If she was like, yo, I'm a go to the post office and mail out these orders, I'll give you some money for that. But just to fuck me? Hell fucking no. You understand what I'm saying? Like, are you serious? Like, are you serious? If, as far as I'm concerned, if I'm fucking you, your payment is dick. You understand what I'm saying? That's it. Anything else is you know, that's too much. If I'm giving you money after that, then that means I'm tipping you. You feel what I'm saying? And the tip is only supposed to be what 15-20%. So what's 15-20% of dick? I don't know. I don't even know how to calculate that. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, I just can't. I just like that shit. I just be like, it just baffles me because I want it to make sense. Like, the only way I can see it making sense where a dude gives a chick money is literally it's either a few things. If he's married and he's cheating on his wife and he just needs some pussy now, and he's just like, yo, I gotta give this bitch some money so I could get my nut off real quick because I ain't really trying to, you know, go out and holler at chicks. So that's gonna take up too much time. I don't want to get caught. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel you on that. You understand? Or let's say if a nigga is like extremely busy, like the nigga just be like, you know, his schedule is retarded. You understand what I'm saying? and he's like, yo, I've been working crazy hard for like the past 3-4 months. I ain't even smell no pussy. I just need some now, right? Because I'm about to take a flight to Japan real quick, and I got to come back to New Orleans, and I just ain't got the time to really be talking to no bitches. So I'm going to just, pay this little hoe right here to suck me off. I could, in that case, I could understand a little bit. You understand? But other than that, it's like, nah, like, no. You understand what I'm saying? No, like, fuck out of here, man. That shit be killing me. But anyway, so in other news, there was there's a KKK leader found dead. I think his name is like Frank something. I can't remember this nigga's last name. But anyway, so the story goes where allegedly his wife and son, and I think the son is older. He's like an older dude or whatever. They allegedly are the ones who murdered him or something like that. You understand? And wow. So what's sad here is that all this white on white crime. You understand what I'm saying? Like I just exactly. If you white people would just stop killing each other. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Then your Ku Klux Klan communities would be better. You understand what I'm saying? But all this white on white crime is the shit that's like fucking you up. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like
white people are going crazy in these streets.
Exactly. And I'm concerned for these people out here because they need to understand that it's not right to be killing your white brothers and sisters like this. You feel what I'm saying? Because exactly. You should be able to have your Ku Klux Klan rallies and meetings in peace and harmony. You understand? You should be able to hate in peace. You feel what I mean? So it's like, right. It's like I it saddens me that this had to happen. You understand that because how are you supposed to come together as a hate group and be able to hate effectively if you can't have peace in your hate group? You understand what I'm saying? It's not gonna work. It's not gonna fucking work. So you KKK people need to get it together. You're losing focus. You understand? You're supposed to be hating.
They're acting like niggers.
Exactly, you're acting like niggers. What are you doing? You understand?
What are you doing? Are you becoming what you hate the most? Exactly. I mean, what's going on here?
It's like, yo, oh my god. Oh, these fucking guys, man. Like, yo, that's crazy though. Like, but see, but what's funny about this, truthfully, is that this is like, it's interesting because this is sort of like a metaphor for what they try to say in like the black community of black on black crime and all and it's like, yo, niggas who are around other niggas who are near them are gonna get got. It's just that simple. You feel what I'm saying? So when people talk about black on black crime, it's like, well, the black person who committed the crime to the other black person lived down the street from them, so this is why he was able to commit the crime to that black person because they were next to him. Just like this KKK guy, his family is next to him, so this is why allegedly he got killed by them. You understand what I'm saying? It's real simple. It's real fucking simple. So it's like that whole black on black crime shit is bullshit. Like don't fall into that nonsense. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like, these KKK people, it's funny because I just never understood to where your whole ideology or your life's purpose is to hate on someone else. Like I don't get that shit. I mean, maybe it's like the reverse of like religion, like like a Christianity, because your life's purpose is to like love God. You understand? And I guess KKK's their life's purpose is to hate niggas. You understand? Like it's probably just the same thing, just in reverse or something. I don't know. It's crazy, man. I never get it, man. I will never get it. And one thing I always wanted to know, like, if you have a Ku Klux Klan member who is attracted, let's say they just see a black person and they're attracted to that black person. How do they deal with that? You feel what I'm saying? Like, how do you deal with being a KKK member and you see a fine ass black woman that you want to fuck? Like, what do you do? Do you still fuck her? And do you?
No, you lynch her. That's pretty much the basis of all this shit. They realize how fine black women are, and they like, God damn, I can't be seen with her.
Right.
So they figure if I can't have her, then nobody else can have her.
Right.
So they string her up on a tree.
Exactly. It's terrible.
That's the unhealthiness of hate. That's the dysfunction of hate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It causes a lot of destruction and unnecessary killing and negativity. It's terrible.
Right.
You know, that's why you got to know your purpose, because you know.
Right.
You know, if you let hate consume you, then you're gonna be making a lot of choices that's just, you know, that's disruptive, and you're not gonna be building.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Nah, it's true.
Not to mention KKK niggas ain't got no game. So instead of hollering at the shorty like, listen, me and you gonna get down, but you gonna have to keep your mouth shut because I'm fucking with the KKK.
Exactly.
You know, and we got to do this thing on the low. You know, and then you spit the game, and the girl listens and does what she's supposed to do. You know, instead of doing that, you go and kill a bitch because, you know, you ain't got no game.
Right.
Kind of like, you know, the Elliot Rodgers nigga.
Right. Exactly.
It's all the same shit. Like Hitler, that nigga was just insecure, son. You know
Pretty
what I'm
much. Pretty much. That's what happens, man. That's what happens. This shit is deep, man. It's fucking crazy.
Really?
Oh man. But anyway,
I mean, white. Let me tell you something real quick. On some historical shit, and I could be wrong, but white people in general, the reason why they come at black people with such force and hate is because the first white person was actually an albino black. You understand?
right.
And when they realized that albino couldn't stay out in the sun like the regular black folks could, and like help to work the field and, you know, do the shit. Not work. When I say work the field, it probably sounds like slavery, but what I mean by work the field is, like, you know, back in the day when you had the African tribes in Africa and this and that, and when the first people, you had to go out and hunt, you had to go out and do shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the first albino that came out, the first black albino that came out, they realized that the nigga couldn't be out in the sun because his skin couldn't take the sun, and, you know, they were basically considered a weaker version of the average black person. So basically, I don't know if there was any violence. There's probably some type of violence involved in the situation, but they basically told them niggas, since you can't hang around here in the sun and help us do what we got to do as far as hunting and gathering and, you know, agriculture and shit, get the fuck out of here. You understand? So what really happened first was black people was the first ones to fucking hate on the white person. So the white person remembered that. The white person is like, all right, nigga, I got something for you. So after they kicked them out of Africa and they moved up into the, you know, the Ural Mountains,
right,
or the Caucasoid Mountains, they never forgot what happened, and they told their children's children and their children's children. And they was like, look, at some point we gonna need to, you know, build up our technology. We gonna need to fucking, any colored person, anybody that's darker than us, we need to dominate them because of what they did to us in the beginning.
Right. That's crazy.
That's why white people are so fucking evil, because when they came about, or when the albino black, which is the original white man, came out, we, you know, it was fucked up, but we treated them like shit because they couldn't help us do what we needed to do in the sun.
That's crazy.
So it's kind of messed up. Now, again, I might be wrong, but it kind of makes sense to me if you think about it.
Right. It's funny because I remember I heard some version of that sort of before somewhere. I don't know where it was, but I remember I heard some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or some like variation of what you was just saying. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Because if you think about it, it kind of makes sense. Because black people, you know, the first people, you think about the first people. The first people have all the genetic code inside of them. You understand?
Right.
Which means that at some point there's going to be a variation of something happening, and we all know that there's albinos in everything. There's albino dogs. There's albino fish.
Right.
Albino tigers. Every species has an albino version of it.
Right.
You understand? So why not an albino black person? You know what I'm saying? And we've seen that. We see albino black people, and a lot of albino black people, they have blue eyes.
Right.
So that's the it's just a lack of melanin on that particular birth.
Mm-hmm.
So when they came out, it was like, yo, you mad white. And your skin being so white, you can't help us actually continue civilization. So you're gonna have to get the fuck out of here.
Right.
That's what happened.
That's crazy, man. That shit crazy. Man, that's interesting. We gotta. I want to research some of that shit too, because I'm like, there's all these different variations of that type of ideology and all that shit. But who knows?
Right.
It's crazy. But anyway, so in really really good news, there's a new vasectomy gel. That
I knew you would like this.
Yo, this shit is like the best. So they supposedly are testing this shit on monkeys. And they, I guess they tested it on monkeys, and then the monkeys were, they were not able to impregnate the other monkeys and shit. So they're still working on it for, so that for us or whatever. So I'm hoping this shit is some real deal shit. You understand? Because that's gonna change the game heavy. You understand what I'm saying? It's gonna be some hot shit if that is like, really the thing. Because I'm like, yo, if that shit could pop off, man, there's gonna be a whole bunch of women out here that's gonna be mad as fuck because they can't trap these niggas. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fucking great. I can't wait. I'm gonna be the first in line getting this shit. It's just like, cause on some real shit, like yo, when I'm paranoid. You feel me? So when I'm fucking a chick, you understand? I got the condom on, and I pull out with the condom on. You feel what I'm saying? Like, most niggas, they got the condom on, they'll smash a chick, and they'll come inside the girl because they got the condom on. Nah, not me. Nigga, when I'm about to nut, I'm like 5 feet away from that chick. You feel me? I don't play. I don't want no problem. Sometimes I won't even nut, truthfully. Sometimes, this is how crazy I get. I will fuck a chick, right? And let's say, she comes or whatever, she gets her or whatever, and I won't even nut, and I'll go in the bathroom and beat the shit until I nut. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't want no parts of the shit near her at all. You feel what I'm saying? Like a chick will be giving me head, and it's like, I be trying, I know when I'm about to nut, and I have to tell her to stop. I'll be like, all right, stop, and then I got a nut in my hand. I'm like, I don't want that shit on your face. You understand? Like,
wow.
Like I gotta really
might swallow it.
Exactly right.
Your vagina.
Like you gotta be my girl for me to nut on your face. You understand what I'm saying? Like I can't. No, random chicks can't get nut on the face. You understand? Like it's just
you gotta be special.
You gotta be special. So if I nut on your face, you are special. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, fucking crazy. And even when I nut, I take the condom with me. Do you understand? I don't even flush the shit. I don't even put it in the garbage. Because I'm like, okay, I can put it in the garbage, but then that's easy access to the sperm, and if I could flush it, but I just don't want, for some reason, if it comes back up. I don't know why I think that, but I'm just like, so I nut, and let me tell you my ritual. I usually, this is what I do. Before I go to the chick's house, I get a Snapple, and I put it in a brown bag. So I drink the Snapple, and I keep the brown bag. And then so after I nut, I put the condom in the brown bag, and I put the bag in my pocket, and I walk out the house. You feel what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like I'm fucking insane. Okay. I don't play, man. I don't want nobody talking about they got my baby. Nobody. You understand what I'm saying? All my babies are in the garbage. All right. So I don't want to hear it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, fuck out of here. But anyway, but yeah, so I hope that vasectomy shit is the move. You feel me? But anyway, so the last news story, we had Floyd Mayweather signed to make a $1 billion fight with Conor McGregor. All right, so is that really happening, or is that just some bullshit? You feel what I'm saying?
They say they're trying to make it happen. That's what they say.
Nigga, for $1 billion, they
$1
shit,
billion.
Dude. That needs to happen, son. I'm sorry. Like, come on, $1 billion? That's crazy. That's fucking crazy.
the first time Mayweather said that he was retired, I said to myself, watch that nigga stay in shape and ask for like some crazy ass money to come back and fight.
Right, exactly.
And that's exactly what he's been doing. Like he hasn't stopped going to the gym since he retired.
Right. And that shit will
he's been in like moderate training mode since he's retired. So he ain't done yet, but he's just waiting for that super duper payday.
Right. Exactly.
And I don't blame him.
Right. For real shit. I'm like, God damn, like $1 billion, yo? Oh my goodness. Like, and that you know how many people will watch that fucking fight? That shit would be crazy. That shit would be crazy. I'm like, man, but it's like, but it's funny though, because see, Floyd Mayweather has, you know, a reputation to uphold. So if he loses, oh my God, it's like the money isn't even worth him losing. Like he probably kill himself. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, oh man, you would never hear the end of that shit. Yo, you know how happy the white supremacists would be if Floyd Mayweather got his ass kicked? Oh my God. Oh my God, you never hear the end of that shit. Niggas, yo, these motherfuckers would be happy as shit. Oh my God, this shit would be too much.
They would see, that's the thing. They would be happy that he got his ass kicked. However, they would still be mad that he's getting $1 billion.
I know.
Because I'm sure Floyd is going to set it up where he's going to make $1 billion whether he win or lose.
Right, exactly.
And see, the critical part about this is that this fight would unite the UFC, the mixed martial arts crowd, and the boxing crowd.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's what makes it so crazy, and that's what makes it pretty much worth $1 billion, because Conor McGregor is a UFC MMA fighter.
Right. Exactly.
And Floyd Mayweather is a boxer. But the thing is, Conor McGregor, I think either he started out as a boxer or he's a mixed martial arts fighter, but he specializes in boxing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he's saying, and they've always said, oh, Conor McGregor has great hand skills, and they've always said, oh, I wonder if he could beat Floyd Mayweather.
Right.
So that's what's making this fight such a big deal. But as it stands right now, allegedly or supposedly, reportedly, they have signed some type of contract to make it happen.
Wow.
So they're just waiting to actually finalize all of the details, like the date, the location, the money, and all of that shit.
Wow. That's going to be tight, man. That's going to be tight.
Yep.
Maybe they're going to have the Chris Brown and Soulja Boy be the undercard, and then this is going to be...
Oh, that would be dope. That would be dope.
Yo, that shit would be crazy. That shit would be crazy if they did that shit. Oh man, that would be a good fucking night. It's like, that would be crazy.
So it would unify UFC, boxing, R&B, and hip hop.
I know, right? Like, that's crazy.
and pop music.
Right.
Chris Brown is a pop artist also.
Exactly. That shit will be insane. Like, you know how much ratings that shit would get? Yo, that shit would be retarded. Could you imagine how much money it would cost to advertise on that shit? Yo, that's like fucking 20 million up front for a two minute spot, my nigga. Like, oh no, for a 60-second spot. 2 million. I mean 20 million. Like, just crazy. Oh my goodness. That shit would be crazy. But anyway, so before we go on break, we're gonna take a subscriber email. All right. So this one says, hey bro, I've been subscribed to you for almost a month, and I check out some of your videos and learned a few tips to tighten up my game. I'm only 22 and I already figured this player shit out as a whole, and I understand the game, so getting high quality females ain't never been a real problem for me. The actual problem is embarrassing as fuck, and I would really appreciate your advice on the situation. It's kind of funny and pretty pathetic, but out of all of the women I have encountered with, young or older, no matter if she's 19 or 32, I usually get shit poppin' the first night. I meet them, but there's been a few times where I choked up and couldn't live up to the moment, meaning after I meet a bitch, when it's time to get shit poppin', sometimes I can't perform at all. I'm not sure if it's too much pressure or overexcitement, but it's like I have problems functioning during sex. I'm way too damn young to be dealing with erectile dysfunction, and I'm not stressing. So what do you think the problem might be? The same shit happened to me last night while I was with a pretty fuckable chick. This really fucked up my confidence, and man, I'm trying to not let this affect my game, but I feel humiliated as fuck about it, and I don't know if I should see a doctor, but I need to fix this problem ASAP. The last thing I need is a bad rep from women thinking I can't get it up. I tried sending a donation, but the process didn't go through. And I need help with this, please. All right. So this is the thing, man.
Hold up. Real quick before you begin, just let me interject. Now, nigga, there's no erectile dysfunction problem with the donate button. So
exactly.
Go back and make sure you get that donation popping and stop fucking around, because you will get a bad rep fucking with us. If you know what I'm saying? So
exactly. I was just going to say that.
Go back and make your finger really erect and click that fucking donate button and stop playing.
Exactly. I was just about to bring that up. But anyway, it's hilarious. But anyway, so, dude, this is the thing. It depends. You got to understand something. It depends on, because if you talk about erectile dysfunction and all that other stuff, it depends on, let's say, if that's happening to, like, every girl that you're dealing with, meaning, like, so for example, I'll use myself for example. There's times where I've been out with chicks, like I meet a chick, we hanging out, and then we end up going back to her place, and there's times where I just couldn't get the shit up. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is, when I'm smashing my girl, the shit goes up all the time. When I'm smashing my wife, the shit goes up all the time. You understand what I'm saying? And then there's other random chicks here and there that it's cool, but then there are times where it just doesn't happen. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of times why that doesn't happen is because of, you might be feeling a little bit of anxiety when you're about to smash a chick, because you gotta understand something. A lot of times when you're first fucking a girl, like this is the first time you fucking this random chick, there's a lot of shit that's probably going on in your head, just the fact that this is just some random chick, depending on like where you met her, how everything went down during the night. So like, let's say if you met a chick, you was just out, you met a chick at a bar, and then you go home with her, you're thinking, okay, this is cool, but I don't really know the chick, where does she live? Is, am I getting set up? Is something going to go down? Is she going to start acting weird? Like, all of this shit could happen within all that time. You feel what I'm saying? Which is causing you to not really be sort of in the moment. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm saying this from personal experience, because I've been in them situations where I'll be in with a chick, and this is my first time smashing her, and she would like either do or say something weird, and it just throws me off. You feel what I'm saying? So, and it's like, since that's a new situation I'm in, that is basically the cause of why I couldn't really like get it up at that moment. You feel what I'm saying? And then so I have to like either, concentrate a little more, or just like, like I have to take like a few minutes, and then it gets back up again as I get like a little bit more comfortable with the situation. You feel what I'm saying? So sometimes it's really just about like you being, comfortable in a situation and not having that much anxiety. Now, if it's a thing where it's like 99 or 98% of the time you can't get it up, then it could be some erectile dysfunction type shit. You know what I'm saying? Then that could be, some sort of issue. But a lot of times when you're first dealing with these chicks, that happens. That actually happens more often than not, because even, there's a lot of chicks that I talk to where they tell me that, they've been with dudes where that shit just, goes down. You feel what I'm saying? Where they'll be with the dude and the dude can't get it up and yada, 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 yada. You understand what I'm saying? So it's one of those things. So I don't think you should like worry too much about it. I would just say that to make sure that, when you're in these situations, to make it a little bit more beneficial for you for the shit to go down, you just gotta like relax a little bit more. You feel what I'm saying? And be a little bit more like at ease and in the moment, and then you should be fine after that. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of times it's more so like that anxiety, and you're sort of like thinking too much and your head is somewhere else, which is probably the thing that creates that situation, because remember this, it's really mental. You feel what I'm saying? Like, how you think and how you feel is going to dictate how your body is going to, react and everything like that. So that's really where, a lot of it is coming from. So yeah, so don't,
what I was gonna say though too is like maybe like, okay, there's one thing he could try, which is I was gonna say masturbation, but I mean to say meditation.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And it just means meditation is really just kind of like shutting everything out and kind of concentrating on your breathing.
Right.
And like you said, being in the moment. Like sometimes you could probably even kind of turn it into a part of the foreplay and kind of like not necessarily cuddle with the chick, but like kind of like, if y'all both naked or whatever, just kind of like make her lay on top of you, or make her put her titties in your face or some shit, or grab her ass and just kind of like just close your eyes and just breathe. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like just kind of like feel, like be in the moment and kind of relax and stop thinking about the game. I mean, you already got the bitch, so there's nothing to really think about. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, she's already naked. Y'all about to fuck. Like, it's nothing. So just take some time and kind of just chill and, stick your finger inside of some shit and just maybe he needs to do a little bit more foreplay. You know what I'm saying? Really get into the moment and like, and again, make it about you, not about the girl. See what I'm saying? Because I could tell by some of his statements where it's like, oh, he's worried about having a reputation and all of this and all of that. That means he's thinking about what the girl might be thinking.
Right.
See what
Exactly.
I'm saying? Where you don't never need to think about what a girl thinks, because in 5 seconds she could be thinking something totally different than what she was thinking 2 seconds ago. You understand? Like, it don't matter what a chick thinks like that, because they're emotional, they're finicky, they're fickle. You understand? Like,
right.
You don't need to do that. Just think about who you are, what you want, and be in the moment, and take some time to breathe. You know what I'm saying? Just relax. Just relax, because like you said, you ain't got no problem getting chicks, so that's not your issue. So you don't really have an issue. Whatever's going on with your issue is all up in your brain, and whatever you think this chick might be thinking. You know what I'm saying? Pretty
much. It's real talk, man. Real fucking talk. But look, we're gonna go on a quick break. When we come back, we're going to get into the topic. We're going to be talking about the dangers of believing what women tell you. You guys are listening to The Bad Boy Show. Do you want to learn the easiest way to have more sex with more women? Then get the critically acclaimed book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. In this book, you'll learn everything you need to know about attracting and sleeping with beautiful women. That's How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Get your copy today at MrLocario.com. That's MrLocario.com. MrLocario.com. Are you an actor who needs headshots? Do you have an event or a wedding coming up and you need a photographer? If you do, make sure you go to PavionPhoto.com. Pavion is a professional photographer who will supply you with high-quality video and photography services for any event. Contact him at PavionPhoto.com. That's PAVION photo.com. PavionPhoto.com. All right, we are back on the Bad Boy Show. And so we're talking about the dangers of believing what women tell you. All right, so what are we even talking about? What are we talking about, the dangers of believing what women tell you? So overall, we're basically saying that, you can't take what women are saying to you at face value. You understand? So basically, when a woman is telling you things, and she's, trying to explain stuff to you, or she's saying, oh, I'm this way, I'm that way, I do this, I do that, you sort of have to, take it with a grain of salt and also question her. You understand what I'm saying? You have to always question what she's saying and what she's about. You understand what I'm saying? So like I was actually listening to my dude Eddie Fuse. He had this video where he was talking about how he was on a date with a chick, right? And he was basically saying that the whole time he was, you know, on the date with the girl, like he met off OkCupid or whatever. And then she kept reiterating like, yo, you know, I'm really looking for a relationship. I'm really looking for a relationship, yada, yada, yada. Like she kept saying this shit. And then so he went out with her and they were in the park and they were hanging out and they were kissing and all this other stuff. And, you know, he's trying to get her back to the crib. And then she's like, oh, you know, I'm not sure because, you know, I'm really looking for a relationship. I don't want to, you know, move into anything too fast or whatever. So he says he gets her to the crib, right? And, you know, they basically end up having sex and shit, right? So then he said that after they had sex, they, you know, he sort of like, he's like, they fell asleep a little bit. And then he heard a buzzing at her door or whatever, because she lived in this building. You know, when someone buzzes downstairs, you can hear the buzz in your apartment or whatever. So there was this dude buzzing her fucking door, like, you know, 10, 15 times for like a good 20 minutes or whatever. And then so she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. That's this guy I'm kind of seeing. And, you know, I didn't know he was going to come and yada, 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 yada. So this chick, she talking about, you know, I'm just looking for a relationship, a long-term thing. And I'm trying to get in a relationship, but she's fucking my dude, Eddie. And then she got this other nigga she's fucking that's blowing up her door at 2, 3 in the morning. You feel what I'm saying? So she's saying all of this shit. So imagine you're the next guy she's trying to, you know, you're trying to holler at her. And then she tells you the same shit. So then now if you just believe her, talking about, oh, I'm looking for a long-term thing, which she could actually be looking for that. I'm not saying she can't. But the thing is that her actions don't really dictate what she's really trying to say. So can you really believe what she's saying and take it seriously and actually go by that? You understand? Because if you're going by that, you're basically missing out on, you could actually smash this chick, but you're believing too much in what she's saying. And, you know, it's like she's just talking shit. You feel what I mean? Because her actions aren't aligning with the type of, you know, thing she wants. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is that when you just take chicks at face value, a lot of times it's like you start to condition yourself to be a gullible motherfucker when it comes to dealing with women. You feel what I'm saying? And so then your outlook on women is just a totally, you know, it gets kind of like weird. So you don't really know what to do and really know when to pull the trigger, when to fall back, when to keep it going. You don't really know because you're just sort of taking everything women are saying at face value. And this is why you have a lot of guys out here who are simps and manginas and Captain Save-A-Hoes, because those are the guys who really you know, bought into just believing anything a woman says. You feel what I'm saying? So because in their mind, women wouldn't lie. Because women keep saying they hate liars. They hate guys who are cheaters and liars. So why would they lie? Why would they cheat? You feel what I'm saying? So that's how they think. And then a woman is portraying herself in that way where I don't do that. I would never cheat on a man I love. I would never lie to this and that. You know what I'm saying? And then so you believe her saying that. And then that's how you sort of like interact and approach women. You feel what I'm saying? And it's terrible. So, you know, you got to always question them. And the thing is, you know, I always get this question where guys ask me, they say, you know, can you really trust women? You feel what I'm saying? And so the thing is, you know, I've always said this, and I've learned this through, you know, dealing with my wife and dealing with my girl and a few other girls that I've been with, is that you can't really trust women. You understand what I'm saying? What you can trust is that a woman is going to be a woman. That's the extent you can trust women. You understand what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. That's literally it. So what I mean by that is that when you're dealing with chicks, right, you just have to remember, because I remember, like, Miles, you always said this, never forget she's a female. That's like the greatest shit you could ever understand when it comes to dealing with women. Never forget she's a female. So when you're dealing with a chick, and she says to you, oh, you know, I would never cheat on a man I love or never cheat on a guy that I'm with, right? And then she cheats on you. You feel what I'm saying? And you're just like, oh my God, what the fuck? But you said this and you said that. It doesn't matter what she said. You understand? Because you got to remember, never forget she's a female. What females say don't hold any weight. You understand what I'm saying? because she's just saying what she feels she needs to say in a moment. She's just saying how whatever she feels. You understand what I'm saying? And there's no accountability to what she has said. Do you understand what I'm saying? Ever. You understand? It's all about how she feels in a moment, and she's going to do what she's going to do. So understanding that when a chick tells you, oh, I'm like this, I'm like this, I'm like that, I'm like this, you can't really believe it too much, because a chick is just going to be how she's going to be whenever she feels like she wants to be how she wants to be. You feel what I'm saying? So by you trusting a woman and saying, oh, I trust this girl, or I trust her to do this or do that, you're setting yourself up for disappointment, because you're putting your girl or women in this sort of box, this trust box. And when they do something outside that trust box, you feel like, oh, she betrayed my trust. But now what happened was you were being naive enough to think that you can trust women like that. You understand what I'm saying? So,
right.
So the thing is, it's not necessarily to where you're saying, oh, well, like, I can't trust women. You can say, it's more accurate to say, I trust her to be a female. That's all you need to say. And once you understand that, then when she does shit, it's not a surprise, because you're like, oh yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do. You understand? Now, and you have to decide whether or not you want to continue or to charge a chick to the game, depending on what she, specifically did. But you have to understand that this is what they do with whatever they're doing. You understand? And you can't believe her just saying, oh, well, I'm this way and I'm that way, and taking that at face value, and then basing your relationship strictly on the basis of what she told you. You understand?
Right.
It don't go that way. It does not go that way.
And I'm gonna tell you again, this is why niggas need to go to www.badboymembership.com and really learn how to be a dude. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like,
pretty much. Be
a man, because as we've stated and as we've established, because these chicks are gonna be chicks, it's even more imperative. That being said, it's even more imperative that you be a man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
That you be a person that has a certain type of purpose, code, reason, logic behind everything you're doing.
Right.
Like, it's imperative, because, that's what really attracts females to you.
Mm-hmm.
When they see that you're about something, that you're doing something, that they have, because it's like, because she knows that she's a, what example can I give you? It's like you're the car, right?
Mm.
And the girl is the spoiler at the back of you know that thing that they put at the back of the car, they call it a spoiler?
Right.
That it's decoration. A girl or a female in your life is supposed to compliment you.
Right.
You understand? So if you a nigga that's, let's just say you're trying to become a real estate developer,
mm-hmm.
and that's what you're about, then you need to find a woman that's gonna help that situation. Like, maybe she know people, maybe she know how to sell houses, maybe she just got, a lot of connections and resources in homes and this and that and that and this, but
right.
she needs to complement what you're about. So that's why it's so important that you already know what you're about.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
because
right.
Why do you think nowadays, with women being more quote unquote independent, so many of them are getting hired more than men?
Right. Mm.
It's because women are workers.
Exactly.
They are here to help somebody with a purpose fulfill that purpose.
Mm.
That's why females love having a job, and that's why they love to say, oh, I got my degree and I make my own money and I do this and I do that.
Right.
That's the shit that they saying out their mouth. But again, you can't listen to them. What they're really saying is, I found a man with a purpose, and I'm helping him fulfill that purpose, and in return, he's giving me a check.
Right.
But what she really wants to say is, I found the nigga that got a purpose, and in return, he's giving me love, he's giving me dick, he's giving me children, and he's giving me a house to make a home. That's
right.
what he really wants to say.
Right.
But because the way the world is today, and because feminism has brainwashed a lot of females, they love to say, oh, I'm independent, and I make my own money, and I do my own thing, and blah, 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 blah. But the truth is, she's looking for that man with that real purpose. Just like how she's sending out her resume to all these companies. It's the same way when she wear a nice dress and she's chilling at the bar. She's waiting for a real nigga to step to her with a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And if she can visualize herself helping that purpose, then by all means she wants that job. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But you gotta already be, that's why they tell you when you searching for a job, go to the company's website, see how long they've been in existence, see what their track record is like, see how many projects they've completed,
right?
And, see what clients they've helped, and so on and so forth, because they want to make sure that you not just like, okay, you got a lot of dudes out here, and no disrespect to my niggas that fuck with music or whatever, but it's a lot of these niggas that they come out, I'm a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, nigga, you 35, 40, and you ain't even like get signed or cut a record yet, or you're not even selling mixtapes out your trunk. You're not doing shit.
Right.
Like, you just writing rhymes, and every once in a while, when your homeboy asks you to spit, you spit.
Right.
But you understand what I'm saying? But you're not and you still probably working at McDonald's or UPS or some shit, and you're not really trying to build nothing.
Right.
That's the type of chick that's the type of nigga that these chicks will not fuck with, because truthfully, at the end of the day, you don't have a purpose. She's looking at your website, and your company has nothing to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's
so
crazy.
that's why it's it's about you can't trust anything these women have to say, and at the same time, because you know that your purpose has to be set and established.
Mm-hmm. Real talk, because if your purpose is not set and established, then you'll sort of go with whatever they're saying. You understand what I'm saying? You're like, well, she said this, so I'm just gonna believe her and go along with it. But if what she's saying doesn't necessarily align with what you're trying to do, if you even have anything you're trying to do, you understand, then you need to question what's going on. So like, even let's say, for example, and I always see this happen where let's say if you dealing with a chick, right, and you don't want to get no chicks pregnant, right? You just you want to smash, but you don't want to get no chicks pregnant, right? Then you run into some chick you're feeling, and she says, you're like, y'all about to do it, and she's like, oh, it's okay, you don't need to wear a condom, I'm clean, and I'm on birth control, right?
Right.
so you believe her. You take, you're like, oh yeah, she's cool. Why would she lie? She's a woman. Women don't lie. They're not gonna lie to me. That's what guys do, because we're whack. Guys are stupid, and women are nice, so they would never lie. So you're like, oh, she said she ain't, she's on birth control. So you end up going up in her raw, but you knew you should have wore a condom. And so next, she gets pregnant. You understand what I'm saying? And then now, she wants to keep the baby. You feel what I mean? And it's just like, you fucked up because you was believing what she was telling you. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of saying, she's like, oh, I got I'm on the pill, and, I got birth control, and it's okay, and blah, 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 blah. You could be like, all right, that's cool, but I'm going to put this condom on, though. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm going to still protect myself and do what I need to do to continue to do what I need to do. You feel what I'm saying? Because I don't want to have to deal with all that shit. You feel me? So it's like, you can't sit here and just listen to these women and take them at face value, because it's dangerous if you just go along and follow what she's saying and what she wants to do. Because the thing is that a lot of times women aren't thinking about the long game. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it seems like they think about the long game, because they're always talking about, oh, I want a boyfriend, and I want to, somebody to share my life with, and yada, yada, yada. But then, again, you believe that shit, and then you see the type of niggas that a lot of these chicks fuck with. You understand? They fuck with dudes who basically are not the boyfriend type of material. You feel what I'm saying? So,
right.
How is what she's saying correlating with what she's doing? So when you hear that shit and you believe that, and you're a gullible dude, you are the type of guy who a woman knows she could, she starts running game on you. You understand? Because the thing is, a chick will say certain things, and she'll look at how you react to what she's saying. And if she sees that you are gullible and on some, and naive, she's like, oh, well, you know, I can use this whole, I'm a woman and I want to take things slow, and, you know, I want to get to know a guy, and I want to do this and I want to do that, and I'm this way and I'm that way. She can, you know, use all that bullshit on you because she sees that you're eating it up and that you believe it. You feel what I'm saying? And so the thing is that you have to become a guy who basically, you know, doesn't, you know, take that type of shit, and it has to come off in your energy. Like a chick, she can tell when she's dealing with a guy who believes all the bullshit most of the time. You understand? She can tell when she's dealing with a dude like that, because the reason being is because when a woman is bullshitting you, right, and you are sort of taking it in and believing it, and she sees that you're believing it, she almost looks at you like you're stupid. You understand what I'm saying? It's like imagine if you talk to a girl, right, and you say to her, she's like, oh, but you know, I feel a certain way because, you know, a lot of guys cheat, so it's hard to trust guys or whatever. And then you say to her, but girl, what are you talking about? Like, guys don't cheat. What do you mean? Like, only guys who don't love their woman cheat. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know that Tiger Woods thing? That's why he went to rehab, because guys don't do that. It's a sickness for a guy to really cheat. If a guy really loves you, he would never cheat on you. I don't care how fine the other woman is. I don't care what's happening. He's going to work it out with his girl because he loves her that much. It doesn't matter if it's Kim Kardashian or Beyonce. He would tell them no because he loves his girl. And then you see her like, yeah, you know what? You're right. I agree, because if, you know, a guy really loves his woman, he would never cheat. And you're looking at her like, you stupid motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? And that's how women look at you when you believe the shit that they're telling you. You understand what I'm saying? That's exactly how they look at you. So they running all that game on you, and you believe it. You understand what I'm saying? Just like when you ask a chick, so how many sex partners you had? She's like, like 4. You understand? And you're like, okay, that's, you know, like, nah, you know, listen, these chicks is fucking and sucking multiple dudes, period. And I've talked about this, you know, on numerous occasions where guys, they actually believe that chicks are not out here doing it like that. So then when they run into women and women are, you know, casually speaking about the subject, or they put on this front like, yeah, I you know, I like to get to know a guy for a while. I don't do one night stands. I don't do this. I don't do that. And then she's putting up this image of a woman who's had like one sex partner in her life that was her boyfriend for 4 years. And that was, nah, you understand? And then you believe that bullshit. And again, you end up trusting her, right? And you get with this chick, and then you end up finding out she's fucking and sucking, and now you about to lose your mind. You feel what I'm saying? Because you was a dumbass believing her. You feel what I mean? Like, and I'm just like, yo, you gotta understand the game, man. You gotta understand what's going on in these streets. You feel what I'm saying? And it's not to say where you have to look at it like, oh my God, you know, on some cynical shit. We're just saying be realistic. You understand? Because when you are living in this illusion, that's when you fucking get hurt and get depressed and get mad and all this other shit. Because even this great philosopher that I always, you know, listen to, this dude named Anthony DeMello, he was like, the reason why you suffer is because your illusions clash with reality. You understand what I'm saying? So you think the shit is this way, then you find out it's not that way, but you thought it was the way you thought it was, but then it's not the way you thought it was, and you're like, fuck, like, I can't believe she did that. I can't believe this. And then you start, you know, going MGTOW and all that other shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you're like fuck these chicks. You know what I'm saying? And it's because you didn't understand what was going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you gotta question these chicks. You gotta investigate these chicks. This is why, like, you know, a lot of times guys say, you know, I don't know what to say to a woman. Dude, you got so much shit to say to a woman because all you need to do is ask her questions and interrogate her ass. You understand what I'm saying? So that you can figure out who you dealing with. You feel what I'm saying? It's really that simple. It's really that simple. You can ask her a whole bunch of fucking questions and get to the root of the shit. You understand? To really see what she's about. Because I'll tell you this, the more real you are with the chick and the more you call out her bullshit, she'll be more real with you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I've done that a lot of times with chicks where I'll be talking to them and I'll be like, yo, you know, I'll be like, you know, I just be talking, you know, saying shit. I'll be like, yo, so, you know, like what's your thoughts on one night stands or whatever? You understand? And then the chick will be like, oh, I don't do those. I like to get to know a guy. I'm like, yo, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. I'm like, you trying to tell me you never met a dude you was really, really into and y'all just got it off that one night? And then she'll be like, well, there was that one time when you know what I'm saying? Like, so you're getting to the fucking root of the shit, because the thing is, again, a lot of times what you gotta understand about women is that women a lot of times have to put up a facade when they're dealing with guys in the first place, because they don't want to look like sluts and whores, and they don't want to look like any type of they don't want any type of negative or thing attached to them at all. You understand? Women love to put up the image like they are perfect. Do you understand what I'm saying? And women are far from perfect. You see what I'm saying? So it's like whenever you sit there and you believe that, this is again where I was talking about the simps and the manginas and all of that, they've bought into the image of the perfect woman. You understand what I'm saying? They've bought into believing everything these women say. Right? And then so when you buy into that, you turn into a fucking simp and mangina white knight type of nigga. You feel what I'm saying? And then you end up getting shitted on. That's even if you do get a chick, because a lot of times these chicks just use niggas for attention and put them in the friend zone. But even if you do get a chick, she's going to use your, you being naive to her advantage. You feel what I'm saying? And then you're going to get shit on. And this is how a lot of these dudes turn into fucking psychos and end up like, when you hear the stories where they end up killing their girlfriend and all that other shit, it's because that's a dude who believed a chick. You understand what I'm saying? That's the dude who bought into the bullshit. You feel what I mean?
I trusted you.
Exactly.
No, and you know what it is too. You know what it is. Like, you know how they say like it's easier for a woman to stay with a man that cheated than it is for a man to stay with a woman that cheated.
Right. Exactly.
It has to do with the way the female's mind and the male's mind work. Mm. So what it is the male mind deals with logic, right?
Right.
So if you a man and you with your chick and your chick is like, yo, this is a monogamous relationship. Do you agree? And as a man, you say, okay, yes, I agree. Right. And y'all shake hands or whatever the fuck y'all do. And as a man, you're thinking, well, logically speaking, we came to an agreement that this is a monogamous relationship. Mm-hmm. So if you find as a logical man, you find out that your female cheated on you, it fucks up. It doesn't just fuck up your feelings. Like, it doesn't just hurt your feelings. Like, it really kills your reality. Son.
Right.
Because you have a structure that has been created in your reality as a man with logic and purpose, mm-hmm. and that structure now has been faulted. Like,
right.
There's a big flaw in the structure of your perception at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing with females is that because they're, and of course there's exceptions to every rule, but in general, the female mind is 1 minute it's here, 1 minute it's there. Their perspective changed depending on what they heard on Oprah,
right.
or what they heard on the radio, or what they heard off of some TV show, or some, romantic comedy that they saw last week.
Right.
So it's like, when a guy cheats on the chick, it's like, yeah, she's hurt for a little bit, but it's like, well, guys will be guys.
Right.
And, and I still love him,
mm-hmm.
and, he's tall, and he's cute, and I love him, and I'm better off staying with him because, and then they have all these different female reasonings
right.
that come up to justify shit.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So, because again, they're fickle, their minds are different,
right.
differently wired than a man. So it's like, even though you cheated on her, you haven't necessarily ruined, like, crushed her whole structure, because in essence, her perception of reality doesn't have a purposeful and logical structure.
Mm.
You understand? It has a structure that changes all the time. So it's like she can adjust to, the fact that you probably fucked another chick.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. It's real talk.
More willingly than a man could. Now, like I said, there's exceptions to every rule, but I'm just saying, these are some of the reasons why, you hear theories like that where it's easier for a man to, it's easier for a woman to deal with cheating than it is for a man to.
Right. Real fucking talk, man. That's some real shit, man. Because It's crazy out here. That's why you gotta really just understand the reality of the situation, man. When you understand the reality of the situation, you know, it's not like you like it, like, oh, it's cool, I understand the reality, so I'm cool with it, but it's more so since you understand it, the feeling or the blow of what's going on isn't as, it's not as like tough, because you accept the reality of the situation. When you accept how women are, you understand? And when I say accept, I don't mean that you just lay over and let chicks do some bullshit, but you accept that this is the same way that you accept, you know, fucking snowstorm, or it's raining outside, or, you know, a bird is flying in the air. Like, that's what it does. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is just, females are how they are. And then you, like we were saying earlier, with your purpose, you understand, you stay on your purpose, and you basically include a woman within your purpose. And if she doesn't, you know, align with your purpose, then you take her away from yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Is really that simple. But the thing is that when it comes to you, you know, just believing what women are saying, or just taking them at face value, what you're doing is that you're distorting reality. You understand? You're not really taking in reality. You're taking in what they are telling you, and then you're looking at that as reality. And then when reality fucking comes and slaps you in the face, you're just like, what the fuck? You feel what I'm saying? And that's because you just, you know what I mean? Like, you just took it as it is, right? But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Anything else you want to say before we get out of here, Miles?
Yo, man, the Bad Boy membership, and the seminar, man.
Exactly.
You
guys, you gotta come to the seminar, March 25th. 2017. You gotta come through. Miles Cunningham is gonna be in the building. Amina Zena is gonna be in the building. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, you guys gotta definitely come through and make it happen. So click the link below to get your tickets to the Bad Boy seminar, because the game is going to be so heavy. You understand? And the thing is that if you are not in the building, right? You're gonna, you know, the only way you're gonna be able to see the seminar is if you are a Bad Boy member. You feel what I'm saying? Because they're going to put it on the Bad Boy membership, and I might put it for sale also on the store page, but it's going to be cheaper if you come through to the seminar to see it live. Plus, you know, you get to, you know, see the game in person. You get to chill with me and Miles. Is going to be off the fucking hook. You feel what I'm saying? So, so make that happen. All right. So that's pretty much it, guys. We are out of here, and remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. We gone. Later.
Peace.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.